Hi guys, you are welcome back to my channel. See books everywhere behind me, books. I am at the Center for Research, Information and Media Management. It's called CRIMMD, and it's around my area, it's around my neighborhood. Meanwhile, I am calling from Lagos. I am in Lagos, Center of Excellence. Everything here is excellent. So today I am here at CRIMMD. We'll be meeting the owner, the founder of the place in a moment. So if you're around here, if you're in Lagos and you're on the mainland, you can find your way to this place. It's just opposite Chrisland Secondary School. Chrisland is at Idimu. So if you are around here, if you live around here, you're on the mainland, you can come here and read. Read as much as you can, okay? Hello everyone, I'm here with Dr. Raphael James, the director of CRIMMD. I promised you that he'll be speaking to us about this place. Doc, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
So, I like books.
I noticed it. I saw the excitement on your face when you arrived.
Oh yes, because it's been a long time I went to a library, and I didn't know that we had such a thing in my neighborhood. I just happened upon it on Facebook. So can you tell us about this place and how you set it up and what you've been doing?
Okay, I would have loved to ask how long am I supposed to talk, because that will make me to summarize most of the things I need to say, because it's a long story, a very long story.
You have to cut it.
Yeah, so I know. When the last paid job I did was under the Abia State government. I worked as a special advisor on media to Dr. Joseph Carlo in Abia State. And when I left there and I came back to Lagos, I told myself that it's high time for me to stay on my own and do something that I love doing, something I could do for the joy of doing it, not necessarily because one wants to make money. And the circumstance in which I also left government house, I resigned from government house. I wasn't, it wasn't as if I stayed to the end of the tenure. So, and because of that, when I came back to Lagos, things were a little bit tough for me, to survive. But then, I had already made up my mind I wanted to set up a library, and I didn't know how I was going to do about it. Eventually, I got this landlord who was nice enough to me to let me take his place, and on the condition I will pay him on monthly basis, which is very unusual in Lagos. You hardly see a landlord that will tell you pay on monthly basis, always 1 year, 2 years.
Yeah, it doesn't happen. So how did you put that up?
Well, I should say that God wanted me to set up the library, and maybe that is why subsequently I know you might be asking me when I tell you that I run this place free for 19 years now. You might want to ask me why am I running it free.
Oh,
that is, yeah,
wait.
yeah.
Okay,
we'll get to that, exactly. So, yes, free. So I told him I wanted to set up a library, and he was like, set up a library? I know you don't have money. Where are you going to get money? I said, don't worry, sir. Just, if you can allow me to use this place, I'll pay you at the end of the month. So we had an agreement, and I took over the place. I started with less than 100 books. I got some of my friends who, by then, I knew they were also kind of jobless. And I told them, I said, now we have somewhere we can go and sit down and brainstorm. At least I am one person who had always believed that our problem is not money. Our problem is lack of idea. Because actually people have the cash, but because they don't have the idea, they don't utilize their money well. But if you have an idea, you can then work to somebody who have the cash and, work together. So I told them, I said, we have a library, let's go there, we read books. Money is buried in all these books, that's my belief. For every single book you open, if you look at it very well, there's cash hidden inside them. It's just for you to see the cash.
Okay, but the cash is not physical.
It might not be physical.
Because there are so many books, I'll just grab one of them and start opening.
Anyone you open and you take time to look. That's why they keep telling us that for you to hide something for the black man, you hide inside the book.
I wanted to ask that. Wow, you're so fast.
Yes, there's money.
You're so fast because if you want to hide something from an African,
you hide it inside the book, because they know the Africans will not read, and there are ideas in books. Every single book you pick, you see somebody is like somebody is talking to you. So the person had buried his ideas in the book. So that was how we started. I started the library in 2004.
2004.
Yes.
How old that is? 2008.
That's about 18, 19 years now. About that.
Ooh.
So the idea was to help the younger people to get into the habit of reading. I will tell you, the first 2 years of running this library was horrible. Let me use the word horrible, because one, people were not coming to read. People did not understand why they have to even come and read free.
Okay, wait. When you were initially, when you said that you resigned from a job.
Yes.
You had a job with the Abia State government.
Exactly.
It's a lucrative job.
Yeah, there were so many other things. There were so many other things that were involved.
Why did you have to leave a lucrative job to?
Well, let me say that I might not really want to talk about that because it was a personal decision. Yes, it was a personal decision. I wanted to be with my family. My family was in Lagos. I was in Abia State, and I think things were not really going down well. And I said, okay, it's better I sacrifice my job and be with my family. So I came in to Lagos.
And all you wanted to do was set up a library that people will be going to read free. I mean,
yes.
who does that?
Well, it happened, and I think that was even when I started. A lot of my friends actually felt something was wrong with me. They felt I was crazy. In fact, they got to a point where some people were saying that don't mind him. The guy is doing 419. He was using library to front, and I kept I said I really wish I even know how to do the 419 because that means I can buy more books. You know, if you had been here as of when I moved into our present location about 9 years ago, I don't think we came in here with up to 2,000 books. Yeah, things were still very tight. But look at us today. Do you also know, did I mention to you that I donate books out? I've donated over 42,000 books across Nigeria.
You donate books to
over
people?
42,000 books. I have records of it. If you go on my Facebook page, you will see evidence of it. For every person I'm giving out books to, I take a photograph with the person as an evidence that you came to me, you collected books. Because each time I tell them, give me a letter of acknowledgement, they don't give. So the only evidence I'm keeping now is the pile of photographs of my donation of books. At times I donate as much as 500 books.
So is it like you donate to
I donate to schools, I donate to communities who want to set up library. So the whole idea is to encourage them to set up library. In fact,
when you donate these books to,
I do a follow-up.
Do you follow up?
Yes, I do. I do a follow-up. Yes, I do a follow-up to confirm. Of course they do. In fact, the condition is this: for me to even donate books to you, I must have seen you that you have made an effort to start.
Okay, you're supporting them.
Yes.
Because it's like somebody that wants to go into business and you go to the bank, you want to borrow money. Is it not better for you to have a business so that the bank will just come in and support? So you are supporting them.
I'm supporting them with books to set up libraries. So I've been doing that for, I think I started in 2008. My first book donation was in 2008. And it was the craziest of them all. That was the first time, the first major money I made under CRIMMD in my research work. We made ₦1 million, and I spent the ₦1 million to buy books.
To buy books? To donate?
I bought books of ₦1 million and I donated it.
Wait, you got 1 million?
I got ₦1 million cash at a point where I did not have food at home. What I'm telling you,
is it that you love books so much that, or you want to?
No, it's not. Beside loving books, I am one person who believes that if Nigerians start reading, we'll have less criminals.
We don't have time to read.
If we start reading, the day we start reading, we'll have less criminals. Readers are leaders. If we don't build the younger generation to read, they will not lead. Today we're having a situation where most of the people we have in government are rulers, not leaders. And that's because they did not read.
Because I was about to ask, readers are leaders, right?
Yes.
What about our leaders? The ones we have today?
Well, interestingly, we have rulers.
Okay, rulers.
Rulers.
Okay, because we don't have leaders.
We don't have leaders. We have rulers.
In Nigeria, I don't think we have.
No, we have rulers. We don't have leaders. So the day the people start reading, they will start leading. And the only way we can do it is to build up a younger generation that will read for the fun of reading. I'm not really interested about those who are reading for exams. In fact, if I have my way, anybody who is coming here because the person is preparing for exam, I'll tell the person to pay me money because you're preparing for exam. But come and read for the fun of reading and gain knowledge that you can use to develop yourself. That is what I'm encouraging. So that was how we started the library, and we've been growing since then by the glory of God. Let me tell you something. People always come to ask me, how do you buy books or how do you get books? Okay. Now, occasionally, I've had 1 or 2 donations of books. I happen to be the patron of the Association of Nigerian Authors in Lagos. So most time I host the authors here. Some of them will bring complimentary copies of their books. But even with that, it's not enough. It's not enough. So I buy books. The last set of books I donated was 2 weeks ago. I donated 500 books to 3 secondary schools in Ebonyi State.
Okay, who are behind all this? Do you have foreign bodies giving you books? Because books cost money. I know books cost money because I buy books too. But for some time now, I've not bought any book because books cost money. The kind of books I would love to read, they cost money. And now we have e-books. You can go online and you download books and all that. So maybe that's why people don't really go to libraries to
Yeah,
read
but
all
see,
these
even those who are reading so-called e-books, I am not against e-books, but the point is, we are in Nigeria where our electricity system is almost like zero, where the cost of buying data to load our phones and our laptops is expensive. So it is difficult for you to now go and say you want to start reading books online. You know, you understand. So for us, maybe for those of us who are old school, the conventional printed version of books is still the best thing. In fact, as an author, I'm also an author. I've written 56 books and I've published 23. It is a whole thing of joy for me to feel my books, to hold my books in my hand and feel it. I made an attempt. I did an e-book, I think last year. I don't have the printed version. Till today, I hardly remember to even add it in my CV as one of my books.
Okay.
So
because
I can't feel it. Yes, exactly.
There's this thing about holding your book. There's this joy.
The joy of it. So the printed version. Now back to your question. I've not so far. I don't have any international organization or local organization that is sponsoring me. I don't also have. Well, I have one or two friends. Let me put it that way, who at their own time, when they are happy, they could reach out to me and said, oh boy, which one now? Take this one, buy Coke, drink, or take this one, buy extra newspaper and put in your library. But I don't have any organization so far as of date. It is my prayer that they should come. I'm actually praying and wishing they should come, because so far, I must confess, at times I look at the things I've done so far and I start to feel frustrated that, nobody's helping me. But then, I didn't set it out for people to help me. I set it out because I want to help people. So that have given me some encouragement to keep on going.
Okay, it's like an NGO. You said that you run this free library to promote reading habits.
Exactly.
Because you find that our young people these days,
they hardly read.
Of course, I've been here since morning.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to tell you.
And you are here on a Saturday.
But you see, if you come during the period of WAEC, if WAEC exam is to start or jump, this library used to be filled up. I used to put canopy and chairs outside for them, because everybody wants to read, and that is because they're preparing for exam. It shouldn't be like that.
They want to cram
and go and download. It should not be like that.
Reading is supposed to, is a habit. It's supposed to be a habit, something you do all the time. You don't read because you have an exam. Because after the exam, they may call you to ask you questions.
And you cannot defend yourself again.
But now, if you read, it's there. It's something that is internalized. You already have it. So we should encourage reading. Our young people don't read anymore. They have so many things that take their time. Nowadays, they have their phones. They can do all these ones on the phone. But, reading is old school.
Yeah, it's old school, but it's the best.
It's the best.
It's the best, yes.
I really like that old school thing.
It's the best.
Yes, it's the best.
I've read a whole lot of books, a whole lot of books. And
everybody is filled with books.
Yeah, I have. In fact, mostly those sections where I have biographies, I must have done half of these biographies here.
Wow, foreign biographies.
Foreign biographies. I have the Nigerian biographies. Those ones are in the museum. In fact, I have a total of 292 Nigerian biographies.
Wow, this is amazing. So you have this kind of a place. So how do you create awareness?
Well, by lovely and wonderful people like you who come to talk to me. I use mediums like this to tell the world what we're doing. A couple of television stations, radio stations, newspapers and magazines, they've all been here. So some of the young people who uses this place occasionally on the social media handles, they also tell the world about it. That's what we've been doing. There was a time I was using the Guardian newspaper on Sunday. I was running advert in the Guardian newspaper. I ran advert on NTA 2 Channel 5 to give publicity on it. But at the point, because it's weighing me from my pocket. I'm an individual. I also have my family, wonderful family to take care of. So when I look at my pocket, I stream down the expenses I'm doing. No.
Yeah, because it's a free library.
Yes, it is.
So at a point, you will get somehow frustrated that, look at all this I'm doing and nobody's paying. I was beginning to wonder about your family, your children. Don't they go to school? How do you fund your expenses? How do you do all this?
Well, like we always say in Nigeria, by the grace of God, we are surviving.
That is what we say. Because
but let me also mention,
like free things.
Let me also mention that I'm also a researcher. So most of the time, the only way I get funding, I get money to put in here, is through my research work. I'm a publisher. I publish 2 different magazines. I publish one. There's a female magazine called the African Dem. Then there's other one called the National Biographer magazine. I can actually show you an example of our magazine. Yeah, this is the National Biographer magazine. This is the edition we did for President Obama.
Wow.
Of the United States. Well, interestingly, I was able to broker an interview with him. I got an interview with him online through a telephone conversation. What I did was I went to his family house in Kenya, and his grandmother.
All the way from.
Yeah, his grandmother, Mama Sarah, put a call to him, and I was able to interview him. And I did this edition. So I sent 50 copies of this to him, which he acknowledged. I still have the acknowledgement letter.
Oh, this is good.
And that was when he left office. So this is the only other way we survive. So whatever fund I get from my research work and my magazine, I put it back into the library, yes. And I keep buying. I buy newspapers, I buy old newspapers, old magazines, I buy books. Without bragging, I can tell you in good authority, if you mention 10 Nigerian literatures from back the 60s to date, I should have 8 of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is amazing. This is interesting, you know, because the reading culture is fading. It's just going away.
Yeah,
People,
it is. It's going. It's fading.
It's money. I've not seen anyone coming here, sit and say, okay, let me sit and read. People don't have time. Young people, they don't have time. They don't. They prefer to go to gaming parlors. They're watching so many things, so many relevant things. They don't want to read. We should encourage reading. It has to be, you know, culture, something we keep with us. You remember. And when they see us, they say we are old school. Yeah, I like old school. I like old school. Well. You know,
it brings out the best in us.
Yes, because they are new school now. I don't get it. I don't really understand it, honestly. So that is what we are talking about. And we have someone that is doing something. You come to the library, so you don't even collect registration fee.
No.
Or, you know, I know, then we used to go to library.
We don't collect 1 naira from anybody.
No registration fee, no anything.
No, the only thing we demand...
People borrow books?
No, books are not allowed. The only thing we demand of our members is a passport photograph. They put their name behind it with a phone number to contact them. Actually, we have a form. So it's just for you to attach that to the form.
And that form is just free of charge.
The form is free. So you just fill a form and you submit to us. So we can identify you and we know who the library user is. That's majorly what we do. We don't give out books. You know, funny enough, the easiest way to kill a library is to let people to loan your books out.
Well, that is amazing. Is good. We need to encourage our young people. And when we see someone like this that, you know, is doing something, we should encourage them. We should support them. Bring books. I don't have, for now, I'll start looking around. Maybe I have books to donate.
Oh, we'll be glad. On that note, let me also point out I've had a couple of even some of the students who there was a lady who did her WAEC here, and I was surprised that after her WAEC exam she brought all the books she used, and she said, "Sir, normally when we read finish, we always throw them. But I just said, since when I came here, I saw some of the books I used were the ones that other people have also used. So I want to donate. Do you accept?" I said, "Of course we do." So we accepted. So we've had people, even on Facebook, some of my friends who like see the library like, "Okay, sir, can we donate used books?" I say, "Yeah, bring, we'll collect." Even if we are not going to use it directly, we can add it to the ones we are donating to others.
Okay,
yeah, we do that.
We do that. That is amazing. That is interesting. So if you're on the mainland, this is Lagos. If you're on the mainland, you can come here and read. Yeah,
we are located at 138 Ejibo Idimu Road, directly opposite the Chrisland College in Idimu.
Okay.
Idimu is in Alimosho local government. Alimosho is the largest local government in Nigeria.
Exactly. There are some things you will get when you read that, you know,
money can buy.
Money cannot buy.
Yes.
Someone else will not tell you.
Honestly,
you have to fight.
They're in you. You can't take it away.
You know, it's like when you read the Bible, when you go to church. You know, some people don't read the Bible. They don't want to know. It's what somebody else told them. And that thing the person told them may not even be in the Bible. But they're going about.
They go with that belief, exactly.
Yes. So we read to get better. Because if you have books and you don't read,
exactly. Yes, good. Exactly. That's the truth.
You have books, you're reading. So this is one of the things they do here. The other time we in your office, I saw several plaques. I saw so many awards.
They're not that much. Just 184 awards.
184 awards.
Only.
I have only 2 awards.
You have to start from a point.
I have only 2.
Yeah, you have to start from a point.
You have
I have 184.
And you are telling me that it's just small.
Well, like you said, I'm trying to be modest. 184.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to someday to hit 1,000, if it's possible.
And I saw one that you spoke about one on Facebook that I think it's coming up in, is it on June 26th?
Yeah, there's about 2 or 3 of them coming up in June.
June 26th is my birthday.
Interesting.
So yes, if you're having an award that day,
maybe I should invite you to go with me then.
I'm available.
No, seriously, I will. I will invite you to go with me.
It's a Saturday.
And it's in Lagos too, so.
Oh, come and see birthday. Wow, all those awards. That shows you're doing something nice.
Yeah, we thank God. I always tell people, I said, at times, like I said earlier, at times I get frustrated, at times I get discouraged. But those awards are the things that gives me hope that somebody somewhere appreciates the little nothing that I'm doing for the society.
I understand.
So once it comes, I thank God, and it gingers me to do even more, so that I don't, I mean, in Nigeria is a country where people move 1 step forward and they move 2 steps backwards.
Exactly.
So, but when those things come, I encourage myself to move 2-3 steps forward and maybe a step backward. If I mean, I don't want to say I don't go backward, because of course there are times you get very discouraged with the things you see,
yes,
and it kind of brings your spirit down.
And the awards and those things are like a push, like support. Oh, you can, they nudge you forward. Okay, move.
Yeah, to do
and
more.
you keep moving. And when you look at it, you say, okay, my efforts, they're not in vain. And somebody is seeing something.
Exactly.
I might not see it, but there's someone that is seeing what I am doing, and it's quite encouraging. It's very nice. When I saw the awards, I was like, wow. You see how I was just shouting, wow, wow, like a siren. I said, okay, this is amazing. This is good. When someone does something and the person gets appreciated, everything is not about money.
Yeah, it's not about money. Not at all.
We need money to, bring some things to work. Everything is not about money. Sometimes you do something and someone said, oh, thank you, you helped me. When I was doing things, you helped me. I mean, it's something to give thanks to God for, and something to be, proud of somehow. Well, you are already contributing your quota to building the society, which is very, very good. Well, I'm also contributing my quota.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's why you're here today.
And that's why I'm here.
Exactly.
Hi guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you're here to subscribe to my channel, kindly remember to do so. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.